we get on then? Mutants Specify.
Right.
You can do if you want.
So,
I'm pangolin.
last week, all started off as had a lovely conversation. Alex, your handler, who donated his coat to you, Pangolin. You were sent on a mission to get as much retcon and information as possible for what's possibly a scale assault on a Kinetics nuclear power facility. You decided, as your first act, you take up a note you received from Margaret, and you met up in a coffee shop. You had a variety of coffee beverages. It was quite enjoyable, except for Igni. Igni never got her coffee beverage.
That's so sad.
Honestly, that might be like the biggest plot twist in the whole campaign so far.
Maybe that's why Igni will be the one who dies.
Yeah, all went to a coffee shop.
She's not caffeinated.
It's a coffee. You met up with Margaret, who gave you some insightful information, then booted her out of the van, and you were discussing on what to do next because Margaret left you the location, possibly get in contact with Thomas Booth, who was known dead, but obviously maybe not now. But unfortunately, that is on the borders in Scotland, and you have a ex-Kinetics personnel that has been highlighted to go and visit. And we resume back in the van. 4 of you are sat here, having just had your conversation with Margaret.
Right, well, I think we should go and look for the guy with the fake name. I don't know about Margaret, but we've only got 2 days, so...
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, we need to speak to him about the facility and everything, but I do think a trip to Scotland might be worth it.
Well, if we see him first, and then he says that the facility is in Scotland, then it makes sense to go after.
I mean, yeah, we'll see him first, because he's in Birmingham, so it's kind of on the way anyway.
What's Birmingham like?
Yeah, I never been there.
Big, I think.
As big as London?
No?
It's not that tall.
It's just it's like,
British
it's
are better.
city. I don't know.
You'll see it.
Wait, there are more cities?
You're a master at words.
Right.
Out of character, I've never really been to Birmingham, so I don't actually know.
Went to Birmingham 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I literally went to that one place and that was it.
That's a valid point. I've only ever been there as well in Birmingham.
I don't know.
It's like one big convention centre.
Yeah.
It's a big area of
park.
Birmingham to be.
That's it. One big convention center, that's Birmingham. Done.
Let's just hope your guy is in that convention center waiting for.
So,
Come in the van.
the gun's driving, right?
Gun is
Gun was
driving.
Right.
But he stepped out the van and he's no longer there.
That's
Right.
convenient, isn't it?
Really good story credit.
Has anyone else disappeared?
Good. I'll stick my head out the back and look around.
Where's that gun guy?
You stick your head out the van, Pangolin, and as you do so, a person walking past goes, "What the?" As you almost headbutt this guy who was walking past the
to be
van.
fair, yeah.
And you cannot see Gun.
Right.
That's on that guy for walking so close to the van.
Sorry, mate.
So,
Right. I think Gun's gone to do like gun stuff.
I pull Penguin's head back in because I hear a truck coming towards his face.
so
There you go.
who can drive?
I'll drive.
Can you drive?
Are you Pangolin now or Road?
Nope. Still
No,
roads.
he's still
okay.
running.
It was just, yeah, okay.
So who can
Climb
drive
out
here?
Front
Can you
seat.
I can make it look like we're driving.
But who can actually drive?
I can drive.
Really?
Yeah, I've got forklift license.
That's not driving.
This is not a forklift.
You need a car license to get a forklift license. Look here.
No, you don't.
I feel around all my pockets and...
No, you don't.
No, never mind. Anyway, I'll clamber over to the driver's seat while I'm talking.
Well, I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Driving can't be that hard, right?
Yeah, you push this one, it goes forwards.
And
You have to turn it on first, I think.
Oh, hang on.
No.
he pushes this button, and the boot pops open.
Didn't the boot a set of doors?
Yes,
We're in a van.
Oh, that's fine.
the doors are now open.
I panic and pull the doors closed because I'm still red.
Thank you. Right, okay, let's go.
Are you
Don't
sure
burn
you
up.
know how to do this?
I'll turn the ignition and start the van.
Okay.
play
You
on the
really
radio.
don't want me to just make it look like we're driving?
Do
No, we
you
need to
want to roll me driving it?
Oh god, here we go.
Been a while.
M4, M4, M4.
The Pangolin wasn't driving on the M4.
There we go. Yeah.
No one important was driving on the M4.
You start the van. There's a little bit of a crunching of the gears as you try and get it into the first gear, and you pull out without indicating, and there's a truck slams on its brakes as you pull out without, and it just stop without any.
I see Pangolin's driven in London before then.
Yeah, but...
Seems pretty normal these days.
London driving.
Okay, so I think someone it's on the sat nav how to get to Pangolin. Just follow what the sat nav says, and that should get us to Birmingham.
Right. Hang on. Tap it a couple of times. Right.
Yep.
But look at the road. Keep your eyes on the road, Pangolin.
Oh, hang on. And I'll start driving.
During this drive, is any? Or you're just sitting quietly in the.
I would like to do a thing. For I have an item that may be of use. I have realized I haven't opened my character sheet yet, so I'm stalling. I would like to take up my laptop, and I would like to research Kinetics-owned power plants in the UK.
Okay. Quick search. That will. There are the power station. Okay. Two of which are mission. All of which.
Who are decommissioned, did you say?
Are decommissioned.
Okie dokie. Does it say where these are?
They don't give you addresses. They give you general location. One of them. Get a map of England.
Let me get a map of England and a pin, my dart, and just throw it out.
What is this, GeoGuessr England?
Yeah.
I know where they are in my head. I just. So, you have one starting from the bottom. Work their way up. You've got one down the western foot of near Exeter.
Mm-hmm.
You have on Earth.
In a perfect location.
There is one in Wales. There is one around near Sheffield. One Minehead. There is, and there is.
You said there was 6 or 7. You did, yeah. Said there were 6, 2 are decommissioned, and then you listed 7 locations.
Clearly, Google is not correct.
There you go.
Which ones are the where are the decommissioned ones?
It's the decommissioned ones is one in Scotland. It out seen. And the other.
Okay. I'll let the rest of the group know what I found. This could be important. At least we have an idea. If this guy gives us locations, at least we know that they should match up.
What are the Scotland?
Oh,
It's in Scotland.
That's where it was.
is that the one that's decommissioned, or is it the other one?
Don't know which.
This is a fucking awful Wikipedia article I'm on.
I don't know.
Do me a favour, go on Wikipedia and find actual decommissioned power stations. Because I assure you they're not listed very
They
well.
don't exactly have a website.
It's not like they are keeping a list of those things.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so they have these bases all up and down the country, but I think we weren't sure where it was, so it might not even be.
It might not be listed, but at least if the guy we're going to speak to mentions one of them,
we'll
at
know
least
a
we
little
will know that it is one of them and not something else.
bit. Yeah.
So you're going to visit the ex-Kinetics guy, yeah?
Yes.
Birmingham.
John
name guy.
Smith.
The fake name guy.
Okay, so
I mean, it's a fake name. It sounds like a fake name. Why would he have a real name?
What would
You have a real name.
Is a real name?
I don't have a real name.
You don't have a real name.
No.
well, is
you have
Rhodes
a
not
fake
your actual name then? You just make that one up.
Yeah.
What's on your license?
I don't know. I've not got it.
Are you sure? You got very defensive when you were patting your pockets.
Wait. He just said he doesn't have a license, and we let him drive.
I mean,
You're doing
no
okay.
one else said they could drive, so...
Saying you can drive or actually know how to drive are two completely separate things.
To give him his credit, we've not crashed yet.
I left it in my other pants, officer. He does not have a wallet.
He doesn't have pants.
He's not got pants, to be fair. That's why the court's closed.
If you get pulled... Is it actually illegal to not have your driver's license on you if you go out driving and you get pulled
Not
over
in
by
the
the
UK.
police?
Not in England.
In
Cool, that's
America,
good to
yes,
know.
not in.
Because I very rarely take it out with me anymore.
In the Netherlands, it's also illegal. You always have to have it when you
It's
drive.
illegal to not provide identification. But in the UK, that's as easy as giving your name and your address.
No.
In other countries,
You
you
always
have to have some form of identification.
So if we get pulled over, we'll find out Pangolin's real name.
Oh, no, because you can
Potentially,
just
yeah.
give anybody.
Well, officer, did you hear about that incident on the M4?
No, it was me.
Wouldn't want another one.
What's on the radio?
Right.
Saying it'd be good of you to let us go.
Attic.
Static.
It's my
Good
favorite.
enough from what
You have to
started.
put it on a channel and not just turn it on and have it in between channels.
Is it a brand new swanky radio set that we've got playing?
It is, and it's not got any station stored on it.
Maybe they disconnected it, because the signal and all.
What?
The signal thing that's going to happen in 2 days if we don't stop it. Maybe they disconnected it so they can, I don't know, save some people.
Right, I don't think car radio's going to help with that.
No. It'll be done by the masts and stuff, won't it?
Just wiggle the thing until you get a channel.
I can't come to the front seat.
I'm in the
Nobody's
passenger seat.
looking.
I'm
in the passenger
literally
seat.
red.
Let me, and I just move it with my mind.
Yeah, sure. And you and it ends up on classical FM.
It's at least music.
always get classical FM. It's like the easiest thing to find when you don't want it.
It's because everybody wants to listen to classical music.
Yeah.
It's just a classic.
So what do we do? How long does it say on the GPS till we get there?
It's about an hour from when you left.
Oh, fast forward.
And as you begin getting closer, station, weather starts to turn, starting to. And yeah, so after about an hour from left, you arrive at this location.
What car parks around here?
Small little cul-de-sac. Not many cars left on the. Nice little.
Were we given? I mean, no, we didn't ask, but were we given like a safe word or anything? Because this is a safe house.
Dirigible.
If he doesn't know what that is, then it's just gonna confuse him.
I think 4 people showing up at his door is also going to confuse him.
Yeah,
One's
that's
dragon.
I mean, I'll probably be wearing the thing or staying in the van. I don't quite know. Do you want me to come in?
Don't know.
and that's your choice whether you push your button.
I've got like 53 minutes on one and 56 on the other right now. So, who's going to be questioning this guy?
Doc.
I mean, we can all ask a question.
I'm not really that good with humans.
Right, I'll do it.
Oh yeah, you're a real people person, yeah.
To be fair, Pangolin, I've not heard you speak too much to people other than to just make a monolingual, monotone grunting noise of acceptance.
Yeah.
You like that, yeah.
Yeah.
You should speak your mind more, Pangolin.
Right.
It does, isn't that how we get the songs?
Getting nothing but static on channel Z.
Maybe we should go in.
We'll just see what happens when we get there.
We do know which house it is, right?
Yeah, you were given the number of the house, 9.
That one looks like a safe house. Wait, no, that's not how it works.
No, it's the one next to it, number 19.
Right, yeah.
The one with the flamingo in the garden.
There's always a flamingo.
I'll hop out and walk over to 19.
Yeah.
I'll hit my button and follow.
Yeah, we'll go.
And you house. Are you knocking on the door?
Ding dong.
Knock knock.
And door open ever so slightly. The darkness outline of a head staring at you.
Pizza delivery.
Hi.
Great.
Bring out your dead. Oh wait.
We're with Sanctuary.
Alex sent us.
Yeah.
Maybe come in.
Sure. And the doors. And so dark and no lights on.
I don't notice.
It's so dark, there's no lights on.
Laughed in dark vision.
I just flip on the switch.
There's no power.
Yo, Doc. Could you charge the lights, maybe?
That's not how it works. I mean, we could literally just go and find the fuse box to see if that works.
No power.
No?
Right.
You sure?
Listen.
Right.
How long have you been without power?
It's an awkwardly long time to be without power.
Doesn't seem
Yeah.
like a very safe house if you can walk into a coffee table.
Can't risk it.
Right.
Come in, quickly shut.
Right. Shove everyone in and shut the door. Literally, if they're not moving fast enough.
I would have been straight in anyway to get off the street.
I just closed the door in my mind. I mean,
Oh, that door shut before I touched it. Oh. Must be automatic.
And
yeah, because you have no idea there's a telekinetic here. Yeah.
door
Tell you what.
shuts. Air. Temperature.
How old is this guy?
Maybe.
And how do we see that when it's dark?
I can see that.
There
You
are
saw him for a
cracks.
minute when the door was open.
So as you look around, you know that there are cracks that are letting a few candles around the room, lighting it up.
Right. We need to know about the power stations.
Kind of direct, but okay.
I'm in a rush.
It's John, isn't it?
It's a fake name.
Like we're here with a time limit. As my friend said, we need to know primarily about the power stations. If you know,
I visited one once. Kind of stairs.
Yes, you visited one. Do you know which one?
Oh no.
You know
Good
what
hoods on
country you
us.
were in? Well, that marks off two of them.
I mean, you might not.
From where did you go to the power station? Where did you
An
get the hoods
underground
over your head? Yeah, which in London? In where?
So you were taken from a facility to another facility where you had a hood put on you, and then you were taken from that facility to the power plant.
Quite common. Security. Best for not in the know of where.
How far apart were they? How far did you travel?
Times. Felt like how.
No, in this one particular scenario.
Oh.
From where did you start off? You started off somewhere before you went to the first place.
Started off at like the main base that.
I'm gonna
Which is?
punch him.
Not far from me.
So main base, let's say it's in Birmingham, yeah?
Right.
Oh yes, that's where I would normally standard work.
Okay, you were driving or moved to a facility. How long was it until you got to the facility?
It was a few, and I stayed at that for months. Then I was again. That was a 4-hour.
So the first drive was 4 hours from Birmingham to the second facility.
Oh, the first one was about an hour. Around here. Somewhere. Then, after a few months, I went... hours. 10 of my fellows.
And that was to the power plant.
No, that was to another facility. And then from there, I was there for... And then I was moved again. And that was about 6.
And these I presume with these drives, were you in a car?
Some of it, I think I may have been in a helicopter.
How much of them? We need to know. We need to try and work out where this place is. Were you in the helicopter for the entirety of the journey?
Oh.
I don't think we're going to be able to figure this out.
Not very helpful.
Months. Going from...
Right. But we have a time limit, and we're told to talk to you because you know which facility you're at, which facility we need to be at.
Oh,
and
I
you
know
tell
which...
us you don't know nothing.
I know which facility it was.
Then tell us.
30.
That's the
Which
number.
is where?
We don't know. We were never told where the facility...
I'm
I
guessing
don't-
it would be people higher up than you that might actually know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just one of the scientists. I wasn't very good. I never voted after 40 years of work.
Do I maybe accidentally pick up any thoughts that he has that gives us more information?
I don't think he has any thoughts.
Yeah, the thoughts that he's having is exactly what he's saying. You kind of get a few odd little chirpy tune, almost like he's singing in his head.
Okay, no.
Not getting any other distinct thoughts from him.
Guys, I think this guy kind of lost his mind.
Right. Why would
That
you?
last trip you took, the one that took about 6 hours, was that the last one before you got to the power plant?
No, it was probably the 6th stop.
Okay, so the last one from wherever you were to the power plant, how long did that take?
A day.
An entire day, and was that entirely in a car, or was that also partly by a helicopter?
I don't know. Long drive, I think. I remember
long drive.
When I got to the clock said it had been a day since I left the lab. But I did. Hiring, I'd been up.
Boo-hoo.
What kind of
Right.
work did you do?
I helped robotics department. Helped build some machine. Find some gadget devices.
Did you have any hand in how they quell mutant powers? Okay.
I drew a map. Helps.
Yes.
Of what? Of the facility?
Of the facility.
Oh, yes.
That could
would
help.
Hang on, I have it here. And he kind of goes to this table, scraps of paper, and he pulls out this small, birthday card. And he hands it to you, and on the back of the birthday card is this map.
Okay. So,
Yeah, this is the facility.
What is... You've labelled bits, but you haven't given a key to any of it.
Yes.
That's water. That's some sort of shark beast. That's a
a-
road.
Shark bee.
So
The shark beast there, look.
Yeah, I can see the shark beast.
I was asked to best point entry. A 8.
That's a shark.
Like a water pump, and then was a back end the security unit. But I once used. I felt very sick one day. They took me out of it.
Right, that'll help.
Is that like a road on sea?
Possibly yes.
Can't we use that goggle map or whatever it's called to see if any of the locations that we think it looks like this?
I sincerely doubt it.
When I was doing my research, were there any pictures of any of the sites? / would I be able to find the sites if I went to the... Well, I suppose it just says they were in Perth. I suppose I'd have to look around manually to find if, for example, where it was. I guess there's no pictures of overheads of the sites that... Oh, I guess.
Well,
Probably
I
not.
I just walk over to one corner and pull out my phone and text Alex. Just say, why is fake name guy useless? No, I stare at my phone for a minute, seeing if there's a response.
Sorry, I don't mean to be.
I was texting. Right.
Igni's gonna go to a darker corner of the room and turn off her button. And glare at him.
Did
Actually,
you
doesn't
ever...
seem to be surprised. Would anyone like a cup of tea? Take me 10 minutes to boil the kettle on the stove.
Well, maybe if you put... Well, how do you boil on the stove when you have no electricity or anything?
It's gas.
Oh, so you didn't turn off the gas?
They can't hear us via the gas.
Well,
You have no idea how...
Goes into the kitchen.
How could they hear you with the power?
how telephones work.
If there are bugs planted, they have their own power source.
They can
Bugs?
devices to listen in.
And they can plant bugs that have their own power source.
It's a safe house.
We didn't
We
have
don't
a
know where it
bug
is.
department.
And go on.
I was just... How would they be able to listen without knowing where you are? Or do they listen to everything?
They hear it all.
Well, I hear a lot too, but I don't make any sense out of it. They're just voices
They're
in my
always
head. so-
listening. At work, they always knew what we...
And you'd think that that comes through out of work too? You think they listened to everyone at home?
What?
What?
Can you say that again? I'm a bit deaf, dear.
He's only 60 years old, Andy. For God's sake.
You'd think that they followed you guys, like they would listen to you at home or where you went outside of work, as like actively.
One of my colleagues once had a poker game at his house. Next day he was shot.
That might not be connected.
When he was shot, there was an email that went round telling us shot, saying bad shit.
Andy, I have a very important question.
Yes.
It might be the most important question of the session. What tea has he got?
Earl Grey.
bastard. I burn his house down. Does he have Yorkshire tea?
Does there's a box. Well, what you can't help notice as he's moving into the kitchen, he's grabbing like a standard kettle, like an electric kettle, and he's putting it on the stove.
Does it look like it's melted at all?
Yes.
I'm going to take it off of him.
What are you doing?
I just pour the cold water into a cup, and then put my hand on the cup, and I'm just going to boil the water.
Oh, very, very fortunate. We had a few like you.
In the kiln. What kilns?
Power station.
The power station had a kiln?
Yes, you don't think it had a nuclear power engine, do you? No. Mutants.
What accent did they have?
They weren't allowed to talk.
What accent did the people in the facility have who were allowed to talk?
Annoying.
Annoying.
Yes.
Give us an example.
Was it Scottish or English?
It could also have been Welsh. Give us an example. What did it sound like?
Well,
I'll boil your tea if you give me an idea of what they sounded like.
Oi, having tea.
You having tea?
Yeah, thanks.
I say that again. Imagine, let's play a game. Imagine you're one of these annoying accented people, and you're coming to me, who's making tea, and you want to ask me for a cup of tea. What would you say?
Like a tea.
No, but in the accent of the annoying person. You're coming to ask me for a cup of tea in that accent.
Oi, would you like a tea?
That's just your accent again.
I don't think that's good.
It was my colleague who travelled with me offering. Guards never offer.
Okay, well, what would the guards say? Just say a thing like the guards would say.
Say, oi, back in line.
But what accent?
Don't know. They always had masks on it.
Then why did you just say you heard an accent and then gave me a poor description? You just did an accent.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was it?
I'm not boiling your tea.
That's
I drink
alright.
my tea.
Like a biscuit.
I just downed the hot black tea in front of him.
And there is a very funny taste.
Oh, fuck.
Gone off.
As you drink it, it tastes very bitter.
I have just drank black tea, so that would be to be expected. Makes sense.
Yeah, possibly. You're not sure. And as he turns round with this plate of biscuits, there's something that so dark you don't quite notice it first.
I have dark vision.
But as
On my
you kind
taste
of hone
buds
in,
normal again.
as your taste buds normal.
Well, because last thing I had kind of burned
yes,
my taste
yeah.
buds and stuff.
And no, you're still tasting that.
A little bit, but I don't think as much as when I had it just because it's been a few hours now.
But as this plate of biscuits have moved in front of you, can't help notice that the biscuits are hairy.
I'm going to smack the plate out of his hand.
That's a hamster.
Oh. Okay.
Why are they hairy?
They're what?
Oh.
Here. They shouldn't be. I opened the packet 4 weeks ago. They should.
Go sit back down.
Oh,
Doc is going to ask you some more questions. You're going to answer him these questions.
and he stumbles back in.
Andy, are you trying to insinuate that the tea was out of date? Because tea does not go out of date.
Oh, not the tea.
What, the cup? The water? Water also doesn't go out of date.
Stagnant.
So he's disconnected the plumbing and the electricity, but the gas is still on.
I'm gonna be honest, you never really checked what was in the kettle before you boiled it, but, you know, we'll get...
I mean, I boiled it, that would make it...
Didn't wash the cup either.
Some things you can't boil away.
Oh, well.
How did you get your supplies, actually?
What supplies?
Well, you've got tea here.
Oh, yes. They gave me them when they put me in the safe house. I've been rationing them since.
Do you know?
I dare not go out.
Do you have a contact to be able to get more?
Yes, but I've disconnected them.
How did you get the message out to say that you had information for us, then?
Yeah.
They came to visit, days ago.
So they know where you are.
Yes, this is their safe house.
And you're certain there are no spies in the facility or in the group that you put you here?
Thanks for putting me here.
One of you could be a spy?
Not us.
No.
How do I know? They're going to kill me.
They wouldn't have sent us if they didn't trust us.
If we were here to
What
kill
if
you,
they were spies that sent you?
if
No,
we
it
were
was-
here to kill you, you would already be dead.
But what if you tried to find out what I knew? Then you'll kill me.
Nah.
You sent the message that you wanted us to find out what. You said
Yes,
you
but that
had
was before I knew
information.
you were spies.
We're not
Not
spies,
spies.
you fucking
We are
idiot.
not.
You just said
Spies.
there are spies.
I'm going to set your tea on fire if you don't calm down.
I'll make it taste better.
Can you blame him? We're saying a lot
No.
of information at him. He's very confused.
Good.
I'm going to
He
give
worked
him
with
my
Kinetic. He's as
second-
bad
I'm
as the
gonna
rest
give him
of
my second cookie.
You brought cookies?
Yeah, it was an offer on at the coffee shop. He was very persistent.
Right.
Do you want half?
Sanctuary of wankers.
Yes, please.
So, yeah, I'll give him a bit of cookie.
And he takes a little nibble, smiles, and then he puts it into his pocket.
Ugh. Oh. That's really sad.
He's wearing joggies, by the way. And the stain.
Does John look healthy?
No, he doesn't. He looks quite... I mean, you're looking at him like he doesn't look old, but definitely there's something about him. Twitching, not very dirty. Catch his eyes constantly darting around every few.
And he's been here 42 weeks. Did he say?
Damn, and I thought I was paranoid.
Hey, Johnny
Yes.
boy. On your map,
Big name.
we got a couple more questions about your map. What's this green box?
That be a field.
Okay, and what are the red lines? Are they roads, paths, or something?
They pass. I remember.
Okay.
In this facility, did you ever see the electricity-powered mutants?
Yes, I had to I I installed the collars on.
And they worked?
Yes, I made them.
You made the collars
Yes.
for everyone?
Well, no, they mass produced them. I just made. I used found and.
So, you designed and made these collars with the signal receiver inside?
Yes.
But you walked around out between the buildings on this facility, right?
Yes, when I was throwing up, they escorted our area.
Did you see any landmark or something that would really be clearly there, as in very obvious?
There was a lot of hill.
A lot of hills.
I remember seeing anything from the.
I mean, to be fair, at least we know that this one's above ground. That's something.
Yeah, but there are hills, there's water, because there's a little bit of water, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
This could be a way to pinpoint where this facility is.
But you have to have water to down the turbines. Even though not new turbines overheat.
Andy,
Yes.
well, during the research, where was the power plant in Wales?
They were built in Wales.
Yeah, because you just said Wales, you didn't give it any more close of a thing to that.
How about power plants in a whale? They're too small.
Okie dokie. Also, if anyone is standing near Igni, when he mentioned about the collars, Igni immediately became a lot hotter. And her fists are absolutely clenched.
Didn't notice.
I think we all would feel the heat.
Didn't notice.
Alright, heat resistant.
Did it
boy.
just get hot in here?
Don't know.
these these mutants at this station, where were they based? Were they based where you've written power, or did they have another place?
No. No, the power wasn't powered.
Well, are you certain that was power? Because the power, barracks, command center, garage, they all have question marks.
Yes, I know it was power because on one day they there and there's on one.
Okay, then why not take away the question mark?
Because I only got to see all part of it.
How many?
Other think of
How many generators did you see?
there were
Three.
Okay. So, in these buildings, I mean, that one's a different color. Is that supposed to be a different color?
Or is it just a
was a
splash of
field.
grass?
No, the red colored one, the red square.
The path,
Run
aren't
out of
they?
ink.
The red lines are paths.
Oh,
No, there's
right
a
above
red box
yeah,
next
next to the watchtower. There's a red line block.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice that. I'm gonna guess that Andy was on the wrong colour on paint.
my pen ran out.
Told you.
Called it.
So, do you recall whereabouts the mutants were?
Yes, they were.
Why were you being sick all the time?
I don't well with.
We don't have a Geiger counter in our specific high-tech bus, do we?
What?
Can I
A Geiger counter? Why would we need a Geiger counter?
Well, maybe if it was a chemical plant, he might have radiation sickness.
I make an insight check on him when he said it's about foods?
Yes, you can.
Oh, natural
He is
20.
lying.
Sure, foods. Why were you sick?
And again, I'm going to try if I get a reading, because I discovered now that it is true that I can read minds. So I'm gonna try it again.
Okay. And as you kind of focus it on his mind, all you hear and as he's looking at you, kind of just notice he kind of puts his hand on his chest.
Would I recognize any symptoms?
Medicals.
Yeah.
You're pretty certain this guy has lost touch with reality.
That's not medical, that's psychological.
There are signs. You know, you do, like, hard to say because it's dimly lit. Does look very pale to you. And you, as you kind of examining him this way, you are noticing like he has got a bit of a sweat on. Not like off his forehead, it's like around his neck.
So, I mean, I'm just gonna say it for the sake of, because we all are thinking it. I'm just gonna say it out loud, out of character. We all think he might have radiation sickness, right?
What?
That or he's allergic to peanuts and he just ate a bunch before he showed up.
I would think more as
I
a
don't think
radiation
that.
sickness.
If it's potentially some kind of radiation sickness, though, that would potentially mean that it's not a decommissioned plant. Or actually, maybe it would mean it is a decommissioned plant, depending on why the plants were decommissioned.
I mean, would any sort of power or anything that they're doing in a power plant, would anything create radiation?
It would their nuclear plants if they're
I will
decommissioned.
I will be right back, and I'm going to the van and just gonna look for a Geiger counter or some sort in the van.
Yeah, okay. Do a perception.
Didn't tidy up very well.
Perception
Nice
check.
crinkles.
I mean, he's definitely sick. That's obviously, but
It's like your medical opinion, doctor.
At 16
This man is sick.
in his head.
Don't, as you get to the van, kind of look around. There's a bit flashlight. You don't happen to find a Geiger counter. Not standard.
Why is it not standard?
Yeah.
Because it's,
When we go back to
Else.
Sandro, we're going to have one.
well, I mean,
Not even a pit boy.
definitely not a people I knew.
Could I do a bit more research on the decommission? Is there any? If I look up, I don't know, maybe like news articles or something to say why these plants were decommissioned. We'll start off with the one in Minehead, I guess.
You're going to be doing that for a few.
Do I otherwise find a map of the that we have maybe of all the power plants that we think are the locations?
I mean, there's a map in the glove box if you want to draw on it.
Well, I'm taking the map inside, and I'll just open it and like. Do we know? Does anyone still know the locations of the power plants that we?
You're the one who
I mean, the
gives
ones
up.
I said while we were driving up.
yeah, Igni did research on them.
Yeah.
You're not listening when I told you them.
I wasn't listening.
Wait, did you say something?
Exeter, Perth, Wales, Sheffield, Minehead, and Scotland. I don't know where the
Yeah.
other one in Scotland is.
Well, I've got the map here.
Okay.
So, which one would look like this?
I don't know. They haven't given me helpful pictures for them.
We don't have exact locations.
No,
We've
but
just
we know
got
that it's a
where they are.
hilly environment. There's water nearby.
So that could be anywhere in England, Scotland, or Wales.
Seriously? Is there so many water and hills here?
Yes.
I mean, it might be a man-made lake that they have. So it might not be on any map.
Lisbon's hilly.
Here I am trying to be helpful.
So I don't think it's that. I'm gonna assume, like, is he like really skinny? Does he
Yeah.
appear
is,
to
yes.
like, look like he's lost weight? Uh,
I just sit there and stare at the guy while everybody else is working.
I think at this point I'm literally just going to. I would just outrightly ask him. Your illness.
What illness?
You're not well.
Yeah.
It's very clear that you're
You
not
don't
well.
know.
Trust her, she's a doctor.
Fine.
Doubt.
You're not. You're very pale. You're sweating. You seem malnourished.
Someone's knocked my biscuits.
You can't live for all those weeks on just biscuits. Trust me, I tried.
Is this why you left Kinetics? Why you had a change of heart?
Left. No longer need. That they won't pay for a dying man.
And you just said you're not ill, but they said that you were dying.
Sure, it will be better. Been trying to clean it.
Mean what? Take
Um,
your shirt off.
Lifts up his shirt,
Woo!
and as he does, there's this black hole. Dribbling down. Make sure. The doctor here is not liking this.
Yeah,
Um,
you really
go
think
through medical
that on
school
your
if you're
chest is
squeamish.
healthy?
Just one of the mutants attacked me when I tried to collar on it.
Yeah, no shit.
What did they do
Doc,
What?
specifically?
What did you do?
Doc,
It
you
looks
actually
bad.
know exactly what this is because not only have you seen your medical, you've seen this before in anyone you've ever attacked with
Oh, you
light.
got zip zap, zip zap, crack a boom, crack a foom.
What happened to the mutant that did that to you?
He was killed.
And how long ago was that? How long have you been living with that?
Months.
It's very impressive that you still.
I know, right? He's
Standing.
probably not died from infection this entire time, even though he's clearly infected.
I could take it.
In fact, does the kind of infection kill
I mean-
in like days?
The infection might have come up a lot in the recent time because he's not been showering.
Maybe.
Been cleaning it.
I don't think Andy understands how
See
infection
him
works.
grab a bottle of vodka and start pouring it on.
Yeah, Andy clearly doesn't understand how infections work.
Oh no, I do. Don't worry. I was supposed to go back to the... They'd rushed me there and...
But
supposed to go get checked up.
Yeah, that's
Didn't
not
want to
good.
be a part of it. And too risky.
how's it too risky? So they kicked you out because you weren't doing well, but you don't want to go back because you got hurt.
The attack, I used this as an excuse to stop fitting collars.
The kill collars, the collars that kill mutants.
Yes.
Because you were scared that they actually fight back.
No. I don't agree with killing them.
So you made kill collars, but you don't agree with killing them.
Collars were never meant to kill.
But they
It
do.
was a side
But they have the ability to kill.
What were
Yes,
they
that's
meant
what
to
happens
do?
when you turn them up to full power. They were only supposed to encourage a mutant.
Encourage.
You know what helps to encourage a mutant to behave? Respect them and treat them like normal people.
Not like fucking animals.
Exactly.
Collars make...
You're fucking sick.
Yeah.
No. Charges them. It helps them... power. Part of my reason. Basically, did their abilities whilst they...
In a painless way.
Yes. As long as the
If-
power wasn't dialed up, it would help power
Yeah.
up a...
Yeah, and who
power?
who do you give the power to use those things? Kinetic. And what does Kinetic do? Boost the power to the max.
Well, to be fair,
'Cause they're
until they killed the
assholes.
mutant, I've never...
So your research and doing these collars, was it purely for the electric blast mutants?
Originally, partners on Amplify, not... Once I made the collars, I got attached. I was made to go around and fit collars on the main tape.
Why did you make them collars if they're supposed to just boost power? You know how that look. You've got
Not-
slaves and you're putting collars on them.
Yeah.
Well, it was a common idea of what work. Not a mutant could transform arms smaller, but one thing they never do is head and make it a bracelet. Especially one mutant, Dark, had no hands. So we made it like a collar.
A collar that can boost mutants' powers, which was made for the sole purpose of boosting mutants' powers, amplifying them, mostly for power generation, but you specifically made them to work on any mutant.
Well, not just power generation. Oh, they have many different working, generating things, building things. That's how they managed to build most of with the youth.
How did it amplify? I mean, I understand how it would work with the power mutants, but
It
on the other mutants,
creates a DNA matching current in the bloodstream. Allows the mutant DNA to align properly with the host.
now where did that idea come from?
There was a mutant who kind of was able to do that with his powers, boosting other mutants. Kind of inspired a little, I think. But then, I got electrified. I rushed to hospital, and then when I got back, I just couldn't do it anymore, and after a few weeks, they discharged me, and they fired me.
Yeah, I bet that was a shocking experience.
It was the worst experience. The hospital was terrible. They spoke awful.
How did they speak at the hospital?
But they were always shouting.
What did they sound like?
Oh, they sounded Scottish.
Fucking finally.
I
Took over
have,
an hour to get that fucking answer.
I have the address of the hospital. My
Please.
doctor knows. Oh, hang on. And he goes to a little box that's down on the floor. There you go. Is it 9 Wells Hospital?
9 Wells. No, I'm going to go ahead and guess it's in Perth, because Andy actually gave the name, and I don't think you could find another place in Scotland you think this would work.
There are at least 2 places in Scotland, I can guarantee.
Yeah, but Andy couldn't find one when he realised he had to think of another one.
No, I literally already had another one. Don't worry about that.
Perchance, was it in Dundee? Yeah, this one is definitely Perth. With a quick Google search, this hospital's in Dundee. That's just down the road from Perth. According to Google Maps, Igni says from her laptop.
What?
Not Paul on another tab.
What?
Okay.
I'll show Pangolin the pictures to make life easier for him.
Right. It looks hilly.
See, there's the hospital, and there's Perth.
Right.
I think we know where it is now, then.
I'll look at fake name guy. Do you have any other information for us?
I don't know.
Well, you said you had information for us.
Yes, the map.
Excellent. Do you have any other information for us?
No, I don't know.
It's just anything you might think could help, might not help, just might be relevant, especially if this facility.
They had a fire alarm drill.
every
Friday.
everybody left the building.
No, just everyone but security.
Even did the mutants leave?
No, they weren't a risk.
What day is today?
When? Where did they all go?
Is it Thursday today, Andy? Which would make it convenient to be.
I will tell you what day it is.
When it looks at the calendar.
It's Sunday, Sunday.
Rolls a d7.
Today is a Friday.
That's helpful because we need to get pictures. What time did he have? Fuck, what accent was that? The wrong voice came out. What time they had their fire alarm? What time did he have their fire alarm?
I was late. It'd always be dark when, or I think sunset-ish time, maybe?
Where did they all exit? Outside the gates, or?
They use this escape tunnels, take you out of the back entrance, and then we were escorted quite a bit down the road. Sometimes we were out of this for about an hour before we were allowed back in.
So everybody came out of C, where you've written C.
No, they came out of this back entrance here that I've not wrote a letter on. And he points to the opposite side to where A is.
Oh, is that where the other red lines go?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But I wouldn't recommend going in that way because that's not, they don't let people in there.
It won't
I
be
mean,
a problem.
I don't think we have to worry about being let in.
Well, no, but
Is it now, Andy?
it's a delivery entrance only.
We're going to deliver something.
Oh,
What time
I'm trading
Andy.
with them.
No, we're delivering to Pangolin.
It's just after dinner time.
After dinner time?
What
You mean lunchtime?
Well,
No, I mean dinner time.
That's tea time for a
that's-
lot of England, Andy.
Yes. No, tea time is 7 o'clock. Dinner
A
time.
lot of people
Please-
call tea time dinner time.
Please just say a time.
Just say a time, Andy. I have my laptop open. I have the
It's
exact time.
1300 hours.
Cool. According to
drive.
the map here, the Google Maps, it'll take us about 5.5 hours to drive there on the M6.
right. Good luck with chest thing. And get up and leave.
I hope you die painfully. I'll press my button before I leave.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
I am, once they've all left, I am going to ease his pain and heal him a little bit.
Oh, I'll use
Yeah?
this pink.
And you spend how long are you spending on healing?
It'll just be a quick one to ease like the immediate pain. I think it says my power. It says each success in healing will
Yep.
remove one stats effect. So maybe it just gets rid of the infection.
Pus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just leaning on the horn.
Thank you.
God, this thing's got a mighty horn.
So do I need to roll for that or?
I will let you recover in one effect.
Yeah, because I mean it's just a cloud, so I can literally just leave it in the room as I go. So
You're just gonna crop dust on your way out.
You just drop
But
it
it's
one.
healing.
yes, it's healing. It's okay.
We're gonna really rowdy as keeping honking.
But yeah, I'll do that and just follow them to an impatient roads.
Wait, I stopped pushing it. It's still going.
Pangolin. That's enough.
Yeah, you pushed it that hard, the button's broke and cracked, and it's just constantly on now. That's what we're gonna have to deal with this for the rest of the stream now.
Hang on.
You-
I just
Pop
stopped
it,
it.
just give it a smack.
Right, stopped.
You do realise there's a reason this is called a safe house.
What?
and as,
People can die
as you look
between.
around, there are people at the windows staring at you.
I just stick my hand out the window and wave.
Oh my god.
Wait, wrong hand. I forgot I was mirrored.
And yeah, you're all getting back into the van again.
Road trip to Scotland, 5.5 hours, no piss breaks. Let's go.
Right.
Where was the address, Thomas,
Oh yeah, that's a good point. We
in
could.
relation to where we're going?
His. I don't think we. Do we have an address, or we did just have a general location?
It was kind of like a meeting point where mutants could go. I'm
I know it was on the border.
We'll discuss this along the way. I don't know where Perth is, to be fair.
If we're lucky, maybe it's off the M6.
Uh,
There's plenty of motorways we haven't raked yet.
I don't even know. Where's the border?
So
Yeah.
the address of where you go to is Aya.
In where?
Air. Right, so that's below
In
Glasgow.
air. Yeah.
It is below Glasgow.
Right, so
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
if we can make it in time for the fire alarm at the facility, but I mean, we still need to find the facility.
That's nowhere near the border, Andy.
Okay, sometimes bored.
Are you talking about the border of the ocean?
Yes.
The only place where that border could move is here in the Netherlands because we can fight water.
Okay, if we were to do that journey, it's going to be. We're going to have to make a detour, which will increase the journey to be 7 hours.
What if you want to
Do
go
we
to air
talk
first?
to-
Yeah, because we have to come off the M6 and then drive a fair distance, which would get us to Ayr, and then we have to go through Glasgow then to get to Perth, which is going to slow us down.
See, I would
Right.
suggest trying to find the facility first, and then maybe go pay a visit to Thomas Beard.
Yeah, I'll put a
Overnight?
map. I'll
'Cause
put
if we
a
go-
Google map up for you.
If we go there, like, I mean, we can. If they say they do it at sunset, what month are we in?
What's the date, Andy, specifically?
It's February.
February.
Bro,
2nd of April 19.
That's what I said.
It's my birthday soon.
Good
thing I'm not a mutant.
Okay, so April. So what time would be sunset?
Wait.
Oh.
is it my birthday?
Around 7. About 7 or 8.
So if
I
it
mean-
takes. Come.
The thing is, you're guessing the time of the April. You said, if you remember correctly, prior to when
Said 4 to 2 weeks,
Think
that's
of-
10 months.
sunset at that time.
I still think it's maybe an idea to go to Perth first.
Yeah, I think
However,
we should find the facility.
Because we need to get pictures of, what, 6, 5, how many people? Like, at least 5, I guess. How many people, Andy, how many people are we expecting for the last day?
Everyone.
How many pictures do we need?
I mean, we only need.
We've only got 2 disguise rings, though.
We only
I
need.
thought they had
They
more that
can
they...
make more.
Because these ones were
Maybe
just for
they
me
can
and
hold in the
you
van.
for while we're
That's-
out and about.
Like, we've got 2 days.
Because these
They-
things
they-
take a
they-
while
they-
to charge anyway.
Yeah, there is a charging station in. Yeah, they only gave you the. Ask for any more. What on? Left
To be
with
fair,
Anyway,
as normal,
pictures
Alex
if
was
we just go
useless.
in. Alex hasn't texted me back yet.
That's a good point. Alex has had 2 messages and he's not texted anyone back.
Anyway, we don't
Yeah,
need
but fine,
pictures if
it's
we're
all-
just going to go in, and we need to go in to get the mutants out, so...
Yeah, but we need to, if we go in disguise first, we can maybe get further in before shit hits the fan.
What?
Before everything goes fighting. Mutants might get hurt, like in the jails, if we set off the alarm before we can maybe get the collars off or whatever.
Right. But that still only means we need 2 pictures. You've only got 2 disguise thingies.
Yeah, but they can. Alex said they can get more to us. We should probably let them know we know where the place is. Has anyone got his
Oh,
number?
I can't text and drive.
Let me ring him. Beep boop beep boop beep 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 boop. Ring ring
That was only 7 numbers.
ring ring.
Hello.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and dial again. Alex,
Who's
it's Igni.
this? Oh, hi, Higney.
We've located where the power plant is.
Great. Okay. So, where are we going?
Perth. It's in Scotland.
Oh. That's a bit of a- okay.
I can see his face somehow.
Hmm. Right. Okay. Well, do you want me to start getting some people up there?
We probably could do with people up here in case, well, if shit hits the fan, the more people we have here to support, the better, I guess. We probably could do with more of those magic disguise buttons.
Yeah. Okay. We've got loads of them. Don't worry. I'll.
Ask if he's
Okay.
wearing a coat.
Pangolin asks if you're wearing a different coat.
No.
Also, ask if Gem's coming. I like Gem.
Is Gam coming?
I don't know. I sent a message to him. I'll update him to let him know you're heading to Perth, but I've not heard.
Pangolin, he says that he'll update him and let him know Perth.
Right.
He might be coming, Also, he's not wearing a coat. I guess because you're wearing his favorite coat, and he's sad that he can't wear it.
Right. I'm supposed to stay in the right lane, right? That's not for Alex.
I don't know. I can't drive. Alex,
Right. Looks good.
how quickly can you get people up to Perth?
10 minutes.
Also, what? 10 minutes? How? Oh, teleport.
Teleport.
Do you know if Pangolin's legally allowed to drive?
Yes.
I think that's a bit late to ask.
He shouldn't be driving. He hasn't got a license.
Well, Gunn fucked off on us,
He's
so...
disqualified.
Well, he's doing a good job.
Disqualification still license, Alex.
I mean...
Alex, hello?
Yeah, I mean, he was disqualified because he ran over a building.
Wait,
I can take
how
it.
do you run over a building?
How can you hear my phone call?
It's a very loud phone.
He's
Oh,
just
shit, I
heard
put
a
on
voice
speaker.
in my head saying run over a building.
I mean, you would want to ask Pangolin how he managed to do that, but...
Right, so we know, or we've been told from the useless man who seems to be dying, which is good, because he's an ass, and you should kill him, or whatever. Anyway, we've learned that apparently there's a fire alarm. We might be able to get some pictures of the people if we can get to Perth quickly. We are currently on the M6. The map, the GPS thing, currently says there's no traffic jams, I think, for now. Is there any way you can get us there faster?
I mean, if you give me your location, we can get a portal to you and then get you up to Perth.
Can we portal the van?
Yes. Although, we'd have to do it somewhere darker. He says that his room goes into darkness.
Why does your phone screen keep lighting up?
I'm in a tunnel. God. Literally.
Doc, can you help Pangolin find somewhere we can turn off? And we need like an alleyway or something. We can hide the van down. Apparently, Alex can get us a portal if we give him our location.
Okay, is the van got GPS so they can?
It's got sat nav.
Yeah, if you text me the coordinates, I'll get a portal open there, and we'll get you on to Perth.
Okay.
Hang on, we're at...
You felt like you had something else to say there. You're alright, Alex.
4, 7...
Well, I mean, I'm all for rushing you and everything, but what's the rush?
The fact that we have 2 days before pretty much all the mutants in the UK die. You
No,
twat.
I get that rush, but the rush, you're rushing up for a fire alarm?
Yeah, because we need to get pictures of people, and if everyone is outside, we can get pictures easier.
Why
If
not
we
just
can,
make a fire?
Because then we are giving them just cause to be on suspicion. If a random fire starts at a power station, they're going to look into it.
That's what the fire alarm's for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sure, but okay.
You said you wanted us to try and do this the quiet way, rather than burning the building down.
Can you not quietly? Oh, okay.
Okay, I start a fire, and they go, "Oh, there's a fire! Fire alarm! Everybody out!" They're then gonna go, "Right, a fire randomly started at this place. How did that start? Let's check the cameras. Oh, look, a mutant set something on fire."
Set fire to the cameras and they don't see it.
There's mutants?
I hang up on Alex.
You know, your phone's very loud.
Clearly, the guy you're talking to through the phone has no idea what tech is.
Have you seen the coat he wears?
if he's gonna do a poll, we can get up there a lot sooner. So wouldn't it be worth we can go speak to Thomas Booth first, see if he has any more information about this facility before we go in.
I still think we don't know when the fire alarm is. I think if we can catch the fire alarm, we can always then head back to
Yeah, but the only thing with that is if we're literally going up right now, we could find this facility, could be waiting outside a kinetics facility with guards until they do a fire alarm.
binoculars.
One of us can sneak in. We've got one disguise thingy.
2 disguise thingies.
We've got 2
but
disguise
they're
thingies.
not going to let you in because they don't know who you are.
We
This
don't
is
need
why
to
we
be in.
need-
We got the camera. We got to take pictures from afar. We'll
Yeah,
sneak
but I mean,
like.
if we need to set off another fire alarm, somebody can go in and pull a fire alarm.
Also, it's like an hour and 45 minutes ish from Perth to Ayr. or air to Perth, I guess. So
If Alex can portal us. Is Alex a mutant?
not Alex,
No.
the other guy who
Oh.
portaled us from the jail. He probably can
right,
do it.
yeah.
But if he portals us to air, we've then been portaled to air. Then what?
Yeah.
Are we gonna get the portal guy to hang around and then portal us to Perth?
If he portals us into the air, I'm gonna fall.
I mean,
Maybe we could just get him to stick around. He's supposed to be fucking helping us.
he can portal. He could literally go home for a nap while we talk.
True. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Let's do that.
Right,
Maybe we should get his name as well. If it was weird calling him Portal Guy.
hang on. Pull him behind this McDonald's, nobody notices.
Portal guy.
Yeah.
I'll turn off into a secluded area.
Yep.
Stop the van.
Mm-hmm.
I'll check for any cameras or lights. Is there anything I can turn off? Maybe.
You know we've got lights. Put the lights on. Put the lights off.
Well done, Penguin.
You're gonna get someone thinking you wanted to do some dogging if you're flashing your lights in a secluded area.
What?
Yeah, so we'll boop Alex.
Yep. And you send him the GPS coordinates. And you get a quick response back. 4 minutes.
That was a long time
can we
for
do
me to
for-
teleport.
What can we do for 4 minutes? I spy.
I tell you what we're gonna do here on
Right,
IMT.
nothing but
4 minutes
Right,
plus
nothing
6
but
extra. We're gonna have a quick break.
Static on Channel Z. What? Sorry.
We're gonna have a 10-minute break. Yeah, you're all sat in this van with the classical music radio station blaring out.
We heard Pangolin sing all the way. I tried to close my ears off, but somehow the voices in my head are Pangolin singing.
Also, can I just point out, Mark, when you're editing this video, you might want to remove the whole clap thing.
Leave it in.
Ident again, because that's what he looks for.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm quiet again, guys. I'm sorry about my mic tonight. I don't know. OBS is. And you can't hear me right now. Why?
Apparently it stays in.
It's a fun bit for the.
We had to suffer through it, so does YouTube.
But now, we'll try this.
But will YouTube have the exclusive cut where I sing the entirety of Channel Z?
Maybe.
You didn't do that. You went for P. And then
No,
you
that's
wagon
true.
wheel.
People in chat just.
But
messaged
Twitch
me.
viewers don't know.
So yeah, so you're sat in this van. You've sent Alex your information, and you're just sat there in the back of an old McDonald's that's closed, apparently.
I'm gonna play Space Pinball on the laptop.
Closed? How rude.
Well, if it was open, it wouldn't be a very good secluded place, would it?
Well, you never know. Not many people go around the back. They always want to go around front, you know.
Doc, roll me a perception, please.
Open. Why is my sheet not opening?
I just still not have your sheet on.
I
I've
had,
been here
it,
for 2 hours.
I had it shrunk to the title, but for some reason it had shrunk the whole thing. Perception.
Yep. Okay. You're busy looking out the window.
Black windows.
That's how you see what's outside.
Can you all, apart from Doc, roll me a perception?
21.
26.
No, 19.
Okay. So
Shit.
a few moments later, Igni, you're sat there, and you can hear a weird whooshing noise. Really quiet, but it's getting louder.
I'm gonna push my button and say, Something's whooshing towards us.
Oh no, whooshing.
What kind of a whoosh?
A whoosh.
A whoosh.
And as Igni points it out, you kind of listen and you hear this.
That's like
That's not coming through on the mic at all, is it? No. Okay, you hear a woo, woo, but really quiet. Woo, 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 woo. So it's like someone vacuuming in the distance, but every step
I
they're coming
suspect the
slowly closer.
helpful hand signal is supposed to indicate something.
Yeah, it is. That's a giveaway.
It sounds like someone's making a circle nearby.
It's
that's
like the sound of a key on a piano string.
And
That's how they made the TARDIS sound.
I'm going to get you all to make a new roll here now.
Uh-oh.
We get 7 death saving throws.
Are there death saving throws in this game?
Nope.
Yes.
And they're on her.
I would like you to all roll me your dexterity.
My dexterity, that's really bad. Oh, wow.
7.
Wow.
I'm about as dexterous as a brick.
My dex is 1, so...
My dex is 5, so I didn't thought to roll high.
No.
5 is amazing.
Brian and Pangolin, as you're sat
There's
there,
Brian.
kind of, it's Brian, and you're looking around,
Brian.
listening out. Suddenly, there is a giant flash in the van, and Doc and Igni, you manage to move aside as this bright light sends out almost like a wall of fire straight down the middle of the van, and splits the van in two.
Oh no.
I'm going to punch Alex to death with my bare hands.
I mean, I don't think this was Alex's fault.
Well, this is still Alex's fault.
Doc's the one that sent the coordinates.
Yeah, but it's Alex's fault to not go, oh, they have a GPS in the van that we gave them. They're giving the coordinates from the GPS. I'm going to punch him to death.
Yeah.
Kind of expect to maybe move a little bit from the coordinates that you're expecting to teleport.
The man was on the phone with us and did not give us that information at all.
We don't know how portals work.
Yeah, he also said 4 minutes. He didn't say 4 minutes, make sure you move the van. Huh?
No.
I'm going to strangle him to death. I'm going to burn him while strangling him.
And
So the portal opens exactly in the middle of the van.
right in the middle of the van and goes straight through the sat-nav console. Doc and Igni, you're able to not only just move aside for this, but as the van starts to collapse open, you're able to negate this and try and stay upright and get... Brain and Pangolin, you two completely fall with the van. You've still got your seatbelts on, and you kind of go with the van.
Wait,
and smash into the floor.
I'm floating above the seat.
And yet you still fall. You kind of go with
All
the
mentally
van.
relative.
You don't realise you feel like the world's falling, not the van. So you'd stick with the van.
Vans are something that stays upright. You're not expecting it to tilt over.
And Doc, you see on your side of the portal, a person steps through, and then the portal closes behind them, and you're now all on the severed van in two pieces.
Was the van sideways?
I think we're still surfing a little bit ahead, or was the van not driving?
The fuck did you cut a van in half for?
Oh, you.
You're our van now. Your name is Van, and you would take us wherever we want to go. Okay, Van?
I mean,
Was the van sideways?
oh,
Just you
climb
can
out
get
of my
up,
seat.
Pangolin. There was a mishap.
I'm gonna get the camera.
I mean, you gave me the coordinates of where you wanted the portal.
No, we just gave you the coordinates of where we were.
And you think we understand how your portal ability works?
I opened.
Did Alex not think to say to us on the phone? Someone text him, someone call him a shitter. I'm not doing it, I'm too angry.
Oh, for God's sake.
Right, Van, we need to get to air.
What, up in the sky?
Ha 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 ha.
We're planning on going to Scotland. To Ayr first and then to Perth.
Okay, have you got a map? I need a map.
Was it a business card you give us? The address?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll bring it up on my phone with using the address on the business card.
We do also have a physical map.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't read maps. You Google it, it tells you exactly where it is.
The man who's been renamed Brian has a physical map. Brian Matter.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, how big do you need the portal?
Well, we don't have to take a van anymore.
About as tall as Pangolin and as wide as Pangolin.
Okay. Alright, give me a minute, and then I'll get this opened up for you.
And remember, you're coming with us, because we've got other places to go after Air.
Okay, are you leaving the van here?
What do you want us to do with it?
We're leaving what's left of the van.
While we're in Air, would you be able to get somebody to remove it for us?
I'm not really that sort of person.
So you've got the coordinates, you could portal back and portal it into the sea, or something, yeah?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, if you to be fair, if you open the portal, we can yeet you through if you want.
You want to yeet me through my portal?
No, the van.
Oh.
No, we can put the van through a portal too. I mean, you can send it back to Sanctuary if you want. If you'd rather do that, get that out of the way. And then
Which part do you want first?
Post to Air?
Driver's side or passenger side?
Okay, so you want me to open a portal to Sanctuary so you can drop the van off?
I
Sure.
mean, we can't leave it
on.
here.
We can probably go... Did you bring the buttons as well?
What buttons?
Is
I was
the
just told
charger
you
for the
did the
buttons...
rest.
Is the charger for the
that's
buttons
in
pop?
2. That is definitely
Okay.
in 2.
Why was that in the centre of the van?
Why was that in the centre of the van?
It was on a little chair. Just in the middle.
Poor positioning.
Like a little
It was on a
central-
stool in the middle.
It was like a little table in the middle of the van. That's now
Little central
two.
coffee table.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have to think, we were just hoping we could take the van with us, but now we have to get rid of the van so nobody else finds it.
Were there more vehicles after we picked up this van? You said there were other vehicles as well, right?
What, in Sanctuary?
Yeah, in Sanctuary.
Yeah, there was a little car park with different vehicles.
Wait.
Cool. Right, let's go back to Sanctuary, get another vehicle, and then go to Air with Van taking us there.
Igni, you can melt metal, can you?
You want me to weld the van back together?
That won't work.
Would that work? No?
That
No.
won't work.
No,
Okay.
I can't weld. If I weld the axles and stuff together, the wheels won't turn.
I've tried it.
I'm also
how
not a
would
mechanic.
you weld an engine back together? The engine is in half.
I imagine that'll be difficult, yeah.
I mean, it's all metal, it still welds, whether it works or not.
It
That's
will
something we
not
can find
work
out.
anymore when it's halved.
I mean, if
When
you
I
do it right-
weld stuff, I'm melting the two bits of metal together. They won't move.
You should really give me the coordinates.
All the moving parts in the
Away.
engine will be broken.
Yeah, we
Van, we're going to go back to Sanctuary. You're going to take us there. We're going to throttle Alex. We're going to pick up a new vehicle. You're going to pull the vehicle and us to Air. I'm going to go to Air. I'm going to do our business there. And then you're going to pull us and whatever vehicle we have to Perth.
Business there and there.
if that's okay with you. I mean, I know we wanted a lift. I mean, we can just, if you have limitations, we can just go to Air.
But remember, in 2 days, if we don't complete our mission, thousands of mutants die. So, no pressure, mate.
We don't want to use people, our friends too much. Do you have a name?
Van.
Van.
Yeah.
His name's Van.
Van Houten.
My name's Tom.
Tom. Okay.
Hi, Van.
How many characters have you named Tom in this campaign now?
Most
I
of
don't
them.
know. I thought that was the first one.
Most of them.
Tom the Van.
Tom the van splitter. It's at this point, Doc, that you probably recognise that Tom is not that old.
Yeah.
Say it.
How old is he?
Probably about 17.
I'm fine with continuing to berate him.
Okay,
I am
that's fine.
like,
That's
I'm only
fine.
5 years older than him. Fuck him.
Okay, yeah, okay, I can get you back to Century, but then I might need a breather to recharge.
What do you take to reach? Sounds good. How long would you need to recharge?
Probably about half an
It
hour.
didn't sound much better, honestly.
I know.
Half an hour's fine. It's half an hour of throttling time.
You see. Okay, portal to Sanctuary big enough for half a van.
2 halves of the van, technically.
Well,
we're doing it one by
one. Okay.
Just
We can
make
pull
it
him lengthways, I
this
guess.
big.
And he puts his arms out, and again
bigger.
you hear this whooshing noise. Doc, now that you're aware, you feel this little electrical pulse right at the center of where the portal begins to form, and he opens up this huge portal.
Cat stream.
Guy came out of the pool.
Okay, I can't hold this for long.
I
Right.
pick up one of the halves with in my mind, just put it through the portal.
Oh, I was going to that. Okay, hang on. I can't grab the other one.
You get the other one.
I'll keep hold of the camera to keep it safe from the movement.
Yep.
Don't
I'll
think
just
it's
walk through with the other half and place it next to the
Limit of
first
how
half.
much you can move.
And as you walk through Pangolin, you see that the first half has gone through the portal and slided into another vehicle on the other side in Sanctuary, and you kind of walk through and there's a few guards all kind of staring at you.
I wasn't driving. Put the other half down next to it and push it forward as it nudges into the vehicle.
I'll walk through and just go, "Where's Alex?"
He's in the meeting room over there.
Can you go get him for us? Tell him it's important.
Yeah.
Life
it's
and death, you might say.
It's not that important. If he's in a meeting, I'm sure the meeting's more important than what.
No, it isn't.
And the
The
guard
meeting's
runs
more
off.
important than thousands of
Having to
meetings.
kill him.
We need him to get us another van.
I mean, we literally could have just used the portals to get there.
Okay, but we also need a van because we aren't just going to be able to teleport everywhere around. We need to be able to move around in a van because I am red. I can't be out on the street.
Take this one. I'll just walk up to the first vehicle that hasn't had half a van impact it.
Okay, it's a red family carrier, a Picasso.
Yeah, that'll work.
I mean, if are the windows blacked out? 'Cause if they're not, then it won't work. Because, you know,
They're
making these
not
red.
blacked out.
Wait, shit. I'll go and look around for something a bit more. Something with tinted windows.
You immediately see the ice cream van.
Sold. I'll go and see if the keys are in it.
Yeah, you get to the ice cream van and the keys are indeed in said van.
We have
I'll just
such a
climb
nice
in.
van.
Turn the engine on. And I just
Yeah,
hit the button that plays the music.
No.
yeah, and yes, this music jingles right up the sanctuary pit. You can hear it bouncing back down. You actually start to hear some screams and happiness shouts from kids. As
Wait,
play
They know what an ice cream van is in Sanctuary?
There is an ice cream van in Sanctuary.
There literally is an ice cream van in Sanctuary. They're very well aware of what it is. It may or may not have been used to deliver ice cream up and down Sanctuary on a warm day.
If you're going to steal an ice cream van, you might as well deliver ice cream.
Yeah. And as you're all watching Pangolin getting into this ice cream van and playing the music, you see Alex running over to you, not wearing a coat. Well, what the hell have you done to the van?
You cut it in half.
No,
I
van
cut
cut it in half.
Yes, you asked us for the coordinates, we gave you the coordinates, and then the van got cut in half.
Yes,
We
the
gave the
coordinates are where you
coord-
wanted the portal.
You
We
never
gave
said
the
that.
coordinates. Well, what do you think you were giving us the coordinates to?
Alex, you spoke to me on the phone. You sent us a text. You never said, give us the coordinates, then move the van away. You know we had a sat-nav in the van. How else were we going to get the fucking coordinates? Make them up.
What do you think we were supposed to do? Guess around the coordinates of where it might be good for a portal?
Maybe you should be more clear in your instructions, Alex. You're supposed to be our handler and help us not have a fucking disaster happen to the country.
Why are you meant to be a communications specialist?
What he said.
Look.
You did hang up on me.
No, I didn't.
Because you were telling me to burn a building down.
Like we could do with a new vehicle if we can. We need something to be able to get to the facility.
Got one.
Well, I mean...
A vehicle that is more inconspicuous.
We don't have any more vans, if that's what you're asking for.
I know.
I'd have to go and ask, but it may take time, but, I mean... The ice cream van is still available. I mean... It is my vehicle.
Really?
The only other car I have is my own, and it's definitely won't fit all of you.
You seriously are telling me that out of all of the resources we have in Sanctuary, we had one van with blacked out windows,
No,
people carrier,
we have
and an ice
several,
cream
but
van.
We have several vans, but we only had one here in Sanctuary. The rest of them are around the country doing jobs.
Are these jobs more important than stopping your mutants from dying?
No, they're not, but they will take me a few minutes to get them recalled. I can't have it instantaneously brought back.
We've got Tom.
No, because if you make a portal, that van is also going to be
Can't
cut
hear
in half.
I mean,
Fair.
if you're saying we've got Tom, then we could just use Tom instead of a vehicle.
But again, I'm limited to how long I can be outside. The vehicle means at least I can be in the back of the vehicle.
Oh, then we'll just take the ice cream truck.
Come on.
Okay. That's fine. I mean, if I can get you another van, I can go and try, but it will take me a few minutes.
I mean, we spoke to Tom. He said he'd need to recharge for a while, before being able to take us back.
I'll go see what I can do. And he runs off.
Turn off the music.
No ice cream, kids.
And yeah, so Alex comes back and tells you that one of the vans isn't too far away and is on its way back. It'll be about 5 minutes or so. And yeah, so you gotta wait for this van.
Can't really do anything else, can we?
Okay. And
A few things.
the kid kind of jumps up after about 5 minutes, like, I'm ready when you are. And Alex turns to you and says, the van's just entering Sanctuary now. It'll be a few more minutes to get down here, and then you have the van. Try not to split this one in two.
Your guy.
I glare at Alex.
And a few moments later, this van pulls up. A few mutants get out of it. Pangolin, you see a mutant that you know very well. He's like you.
It's Discount Pangolin.
Hello, Pangolin.
Oi.
You're taking our van.
Yeah.
Oh, and he looks at your van that's split in two. Oh, I see why.
Yep. Excuse me. I'll go around and get into the driver's seat.
Yep, and you get in the van, and the kid turns to you and says, so where are we going? Where do you need the portal? In the air?
No, to air the city.
Oh.
Look. Doc's got a map.
Do you think this van can fly?
Doc, stop
Tom.
petting that random cat in Sanctuary.
I mean, I didn't think it could split in half, but
I show him the map.
There
Air.
you go. We've got 2 maps now.
you sure that's not pronounced iron?
No, it's pronounced air.
Oh, okay.
You not been to Scotland?
No,
I've lived in Sanctuary my whole life, and I know it's pronounced air, mate.
Just saying, if you could teleport, you know, you could go visit Scotland and figure out how to pronounce things. Like,
Okay, give me a moment. And he kind of pulls up, he opens up his phone and he's kind of having a look in the area. Okay, I think I
As he
found an
does so,
area
I
that
just
might work.
put the van in reverse and reverse it back about 10 feet.
Do a driving check for me.
Oh god.
Oh god. He's gonna break this van as well.
Yeah, and you drive. You hear the back bumper of the van hit the half a van that you have behind you. But you manage to stop before there's any damage. Okay, get ready. And he puts his hands out again, and this portal opens up. Right.
Alex,
Yes.
when we get these pictures, how are we getting the new buttons to disguise ourselves?
I mean, well, if you let us know when you need them for, it'll take us a couple of hours to get the images uploaded and make sure they're working and everything, and then we can teleport up to wherever you need us and hand them over.
Okay. See you, Bobby. Well, wave at discount pangolin.
He's kind of already picking up the 2 halves of a van that someone's directing him to, and he kind of turns around and almost kills 5 people holding these vans. Oh, bye.
I almost see the Hulk using 2 cars as boxing gloves.
And yeah, you drive through the portal.
For instance.
And yeah, you're in Aya.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depends who you're asking.
I think we are in Aya as well, or each one of our characters.
15.
Are we in air or are we in air?
Both.
And you come out in this back alleyway. There's no one appears to be around or anything.
There's no one there in air.
There's no one in air.
It's a stair.
And the portal closes as Tom steps through, and he jumps in the van and kind of sits at the back.
Van's in the van. Right. I begin to drive us to the address we'd been given, the business card address.
So who's Thomas Booth anyway?
You dead guy.
Then how can we talk to him?
died.
He got better.
I never heard anyone get better from death.
I can.
I mean, he literally was shot in the head.
Yeah, that's normally something that you don't heal from.
I
Yeah.
can take it.
But he's alive. No, he used to work at Kinetics in genetics sector. He was supposed to give some evidence in a trial against Kinetics a while back, but obviously they did assassinate him. But with his experiments and stuff, he gave himself mutant powers, which is how he was able to stay alive.
Wait, they can do that now?
Yeah. Margaret explained it all to us yesterday.
To be completely honest, I wasn't listening.
Oh yeah.
I was upset that I didn't get a drink.
She explained the whole thing to us, what her father had been doing.
That feels, I don't know, kind of violating.
Why?
Well, it's like taking something so key and what makes us us, and then just making it something they can give to anyone.
I mean, yeah. They were, obviously, as she explained, they were working with the 2 DNA strands and seeing if they could make powers better and for their own gain. I'm sure if I remember correctly, Thomas was working on a cure at first, I think.
A cure for what?
A cure for us.
We're not a disease.
No, but it's genetics. A way to reverse it. It's so not much a cure, but
Like turning a mouse or turning a cat into a mouse.
I wouldn't say that.
It's just wrong. We're not a disease. You don't cure people from what they are.
You can change genetic code.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
It's evolution.
Yeah. Not everybody
And
accepts who they are.
Pangolin pulls up. Looks like an old shop that's kind of abandoned. Well, not abandoned, but you know, it's closed up, boarded up. And the weather has taken a turn for the worse. There's a salty sea breeze blowing through. You see a few people running down the pavement with hoods up or umbrellas out. Although anyone with an umbrella, you've seen it get whipped out of their hand with the wind.
What is this smell?
Sorry.
No. It smells a little bit salty.
Let's see.
That the sea?
Yeah.
Did you live in London?
Yeah.
London's not coastal.
It's like the smell of, the river. It's like that.
The River Thames does not smell like the ocean. It definitely does smell.
Brain has never been outside of London, so he does not know how it is. Ocean smell or sea smell is.
I get out the van and head over to the door of the shop. Does it look like the door's been sealed up with the boards, or does it look like the door's
There is a
back up?
chain on the door.
I'll knock on it anyway. Ding dong.
Yeah. There doesn't appear to be any answer.
Were we supposed to go around the back or something?
Don't remember.
Doc? Do you remember what we're supposed to do here?
She said that any mutants come, you will help.
I wonder if we're supposed to break our way in.
I'll
Is it
lead
the-
down towards the door and go, "We're mutants, let us in."
Smack Pangolin
Oh,
across the head. Shut up, you idiot!
how'd you reach that high?
You bent down.
Jump.
Good point.
They said there was a chain on the door. Like, what kind of?
A metal chain.
No, like, is it like a massive thick chain, crisscross, or just like a?
It's wrapped around the handles of the doors. It's like a double door, but there's a chain going around the two handles.
Okay, right, I get you.
Does it look
Okay.
new or old?
It looks slightly old. It is getting that orangey rusty colour on the chain.
Maybe we should go
But
around the back.
A lot of metal around you seems to have that rustiness. Close to the sea, maybe.
Go around the back.
Right.
Can
Follow me
I
around the back.
sense anything in the building?
Roll me perception.
Perception.
Eagles.
Nah, it's wet.
No.
Get everywhere.
The building is as dead as a dodo.
It's wet and rainy.
It's wet and rainy. Yeah, and you head round to the back of the shop. There is a door there that also looks a bit old and dirty, maybe not been used for a while.
This one chained?
It's not chained.
I'll see if it's unlocked.
It's locked.
I'm looking up if there's a window open a little higher on the building.
Now, when you look up, you don't see any windows on the second floor. Which is very strange, because you kind of look around at other buildings and they've got windows, but you notice this building doesn't actually have any windows on the second floor.
Why does this building not have any windows on the higher floors?
How many floors is it?
It's one of those shops that kind of probably was a house at some point, sort of thing. So it's got your normal 2 stores plus maybe like an attic or something. 2 floors, not stores.
So like, there's no windows. Is there any indents of where windows used to be, or?
No.
Huh. Okay.
Are there any like rocks around that may not be real rocks but might have a key underneath them? I want to look for fake rocks.
You're
that
going
may
to start
hold
turning over every rock.
the bigger ones, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Igny's turning over a lot of rocks.
Alright, can we not just...
I'll
I mean,
knock on the door.
do we need to get in the building?
Ding dong.
Do you
Well,
think?
didn't you say that this is where we're supposed to, like, you come here if you're needing help? You'd think
yeah.
you need to go inside.
I wouldn't imagine it being locked.
That's what I'm thinking, unless there's an instruction that Margaret didn't tell us.
Does this back door look strong? Said it looked
It
old,
looks like
but
it's made of wood.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, does it look strong?
Look, it looks like it's made of wood. Wood is somewhat strong, depending on who you're asking. Everything in Pangolin's eyes is very weak.
Yeah, because I just want to use a mental blast to see if I can just push open this door.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. You focus on the door. So you're trying to push it open.
Mostly at the lock, that the lock
Yeah.
will be kicked out.
And
So
you
try to use it as a precise.
Yeah, and you focus on the lock of the door, and you're focusing, and all of a sudden there is a jab of the door as it kind of seems to break that lock, and there's an initial jolt of the door, and then it kind of just stops and slowly opens.
Didn't hit it that hard.
Let's enter, shall we?
Did you find a key?
I don't know, it just
In a
opened.
way.
Did you break in?
I
No.
never touched it.
Okay, but what if there's an alarm?
I never touched it.
Okay, touching it doesn't mean that an alarm won't go off if a door gets broken open.
Yeah, but when I'm not going in when I hear an alarm, I'm not
You
thinking.
don't always have to hear it.
This may be a
Alarm's
surprise.
silent.
Some alarms are silent.
If they're supposed to be helping us, then if there's an alarm shows they'll come and help us. I don't see that being a problem. I walk inside.
Yeah,
I'll just go in.
yeah.
I don't like this. This is weird.
You wanted to come here.
Doc,
I wasn't listening to
Igny,
Margaret.
you going
It's
in?
weird.
Yeah.
I'll go in.
And as you walk in, the sound of the storm drifts out of your mind, and you're in like it's not an old hallway, but slightly 70s style hallway. The carpet does not match the walls. You feel violently ill looking at the patterns.
Looks like my apartment.
This is gonna be a weird question. Have I seen this carpet and walling before?
Yes, well, no, you wouldn't have, no. Sorry. You've never
Does
seen this before. Everyone
the
else has
feeling-
probably seen it at their grandma's.
But when I enter, see it change and everything as well, right?
Yep.
Do I feel as a similar feeling as when that I had when in that tower?
Yeah, that's what I was just getting at.
No.
Hello? Anybody here?
I'm looking for a staircase going up or anything.
Yeah. And you very quickly find a staircase that does lead upwards in the house. You do find a door that, when you open it up, leads you into this empty room that was the shop front as well.
As we're looking around, like, do we see any cameras or anything to say that anyone might be there?
No obvious cameras, no.
Okay. Yeah, so just keep looking around and head up the stairs, I'm guessing. It's like, just to see if there's anything recent, if there's any sign of anybody's been here.
There's no obvious signs. I mean, it's a bit dirty. There's clearly not been any care to vacuum. I mean, the lights are on, that are on the walls that lighten up the corridor.
Eyes around, but nobody's home. Yet.
I was like, my
And Brain, as you climb the stairs, you get to the top, and there's another door. This door looks a lot cleaner, a lot newer. The handles on it are very clean. There is a light coming from under the door, and a very faint music.
I just, man, I'm not walking anymore because I'm inside, so I'm floating again. I don't want to walk. It's too tiring.
I want to touch this carpet.
And when I'm at the door, I'm just opening it again with my mind, of course. Don't touch it.
Yeah. And as you open this door, a waft of warm air kind of comes out the door from you, and almost the smell of like smoke and alcohol, bit of tobacco sort of smell. And you open into what you can only it's like it looks like a library or some sort of parlor. It's got a nice like red patterned carpet. It's quite a tall room. You're pretty certain this is taller than the house that you're in.
Kind of the same as in the tower we were in.
And ahead of you, you see there's a desk with a gentleman sat there. And all you hear is a record player playing in the corner of the room.
I see a man sitting there.
Yes, there is a man sitting there.
Do I recognize him?
Hello?
He kind of looks up to you and kind of waves you in.
Could you maybe first tell me who you are?
Oh, well, my name is Thomas. Come take a seat. I'm sure you've got many questions.
One sec. Guys, Thomas is here.
As I brain in, do I recognize him?
You do, yes. This is the Thomas that you've met before.
So I don't believe I ever met this guy.
No.
Last time I saw you, you were dead.
Yes, I can imagine that was quite traumatic.
Not really. Didn't care that much.
Yeah, very good. Come in, come in.
How are you
You're
not
letting
dead?
the warmth out. No, you're not dead.
Am I? No, so how are you not dead?
No, I'm not dead.
No, but how?
Oh, how am I not dead? Oh, I didn't die. Quite obvious.
What?
You were shot.
What I heard, you got shot in the head. People
You do
don't
notice, Penguin, he looks slightly younger than you remember.
Well, we've got some like, really good anti-aging creams these days. Really.
I mean, a bullet to the head for me, a little flesh wound, I guess.
Yeah, I understand that. I'll walk in and sit down.
Was this guy an asshole last time you met him?
Yeah.
Can I offer a drink for anybody?
No.
No? Okay. You, sir? Floating? Would you like a drink? Or maybe a floating chair? I don't have one, if you ask.
I don't need a chair.
Oh, great. Would you like a whiskey or brandy?
I think I'm gonna use a whiskey, yeah.
Great. On the rocks or not?
Who does whiskey on the rocks?
Great answer. And he goes over to the cabinet, pulls his glass, fills it almost to the brim with whiskey and brings it back to you. There you go.
Before he even brought it to him, I already used my telekinesis to get it to myself and take a sip.
It's strong.
Okay.
But yeah, it's quite nice. It's quite nice whiskey. What about you, miss? And he turns to you, Igni.
Claro.
Great. I don't recall many of you. I recognize the fellow here. Although last time he was blue. Or was it yellow? I can't remember these days. It was a while ago.
So, it would only be me that he recognized? I was there.
Oh, were you? Ah, I recognize you as well. Ah, sorry. You didn't quite see you there. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
we never met.
No, I don't think we did. Oh, what a shame.
Realizing, I'll come to my senses and realize that one of us is literally floating and this man doesn't seem to give a shit, so I'll turn the button off.
Ah. What a beautiful specimen you are.
Are you flirting with me?
No, God, no. Far too old for you. Well, why don't you take a seat, miss?
I'll stay standing.
Okay.
Wow.
Great.
You just called me a thing. What the fuck?
Well, it's a bit hard with some mutants.
Wow. What a really tolerant human this fuck is.
I once met a human that basically was like jelly. We called him Bob.
I know Bob too.
You gave them a name?
Well, it was better than calling him Jello.
You didn't ask them what their name was?
He didn't talk. He just slivered. Anyway, you're all here to be relocated, yes?
No.
No, we came for information. We spoke with
Information?
Margaret.
Margaret sent you?
Yes,
Oh.
young Margaret.
And as you say that, Dot, you notice him go slightly pale. Oh. Well, why don't you tell me what you're after?
Do you have any idea what might be happening in the next couple of days? Are you still in any sort of connection with kinetics?
You could probably say that. And he kind of pushes a little statue on his desk, and two bookcases next to you kind of open up, and you see quite a number of CCTV screens. And what you can only imagine are kinetics facilities on these screens.
That's cool.
I'd say I'm keeping tabs on one or two.
Are you keeping tabs on Facility 13?
Facility 13. Why? Why would you say Facility 13?
Why not?
Well, it's just a power facility.
Yes.
Yeah, it isn't.
Anything specific about that facility that you recall?
I mean, not off the top of my head.
Have you ever been to the facility?
I can't say I've been to every facility. Usually the power sites I wouldn't go to. They're not
How
really
did
much
you know
there.
that it's a power site then?
Because I was aware of which sites were powering our system. I used to have to put requests into them when I needed more power for some of the experiments.
So, would you know where it actually is based? Like the actual address, by chance?
I'd have to check my notes and that, but I may have an idea of whereabouts it may be.
If you could. We need to reach Facility 13.
Very well. Bear with me. And he kind of opens up a laptop on his desk and starts typing away.
Did you, when you were with Kinetics doing your experiments,
Yes.
I honestly can't remember if you've already told us this, but did you have any hand in the tattoos? And they're creating the ink that would not dissipate or anything?
Well, not really, no, but I was aware of them.
How much were you aware of them? Like,
Well, I know that they were very keen to make sure that any mutants that weren't useful to their operations were given a tattoo. I had a hunch that there was something more to it, but I never really got anything out of it. Why?
we think there is more to it, and there's a reason why they only tattooed the ones that weren't needed.
I see. Well, what do you think? There's more. You think this may be what, some sort of device, not a tattoo?
No, it's definitely a tattoo from what we understand. It's just has
Extra special
Properties.
properties.
the
Of the
innate
killing
skill that
kind,
was
maybe.
used.
Right.
I can't remember. Was it actually found out what the ink was? I can't remember.
No, you never found the chemical composition of what it was.
Ink.
You still have the mark.
The mark was removed from Pangolin.
All right, okay.
And ink groups and poison.
I mean,
I never had it.
I was able to. I found out a few codes and everything about the mask, but nothing ever came of anything. Although I did trace it back to a storage facility, but I never got a chance to visit it before I left Kinetics.
Yeah, been there.
Oh.
And we've been in a storage facility. It was set to be demolished.
Well, that would make sense, but wait. If you're talking about that and what I think, then what's your interest in on Site 13?
That's how they're going to do it. Yeah.
Doc, it's a quick aside. I'm just gonna take Doc and turn around and talk in hushed tones. You don't seem like you trust this guy. You'll be telling him everything or not?
I want to see what he knows first before we divulge everything. Because I think he's trustworthy, he has helped, and Gunn trusts him. But if we tell him all the information we have, he might not offer any extra.
Okay, I'll let you do the talking. I'll go see what Pangolin's doing.
Pangolin is currently spinning a globe that's. And as he's spinning it, you can hear the clatter of bottles coming from this globe.
Been there. Been there. Been there.
Ah, here it is. Address for Site 13. Up in Scotland. a bit further up than where we are now, I guess.
In
Here,
Perth?
yeah, just on the outskirts. Here, I've wrote the address down for you.
Been there.
Okay, so let's say the address. How far out from Perth is it?
I don't know, use a map.
Not that far.
I was asking you.
I believe that was an out of character question, Andy.
It has a map, but I don't know.
I don't know, use a map.
Up and right a bit, says Cry. There you go.
Map, ugh.
It is... Hang on. No, I didn't expect you want the exact fucking...
Well, not the exact. It's just
I
like
want the exact latitude and longitude coordinates, please, Andy.
Yeah.
Please and thank you.
it's like we know
It's
it was.
about 10 feet for the van.
We know it's in Perth, and obviously it's close to Dundee, so it's whether it's in between Perth and Dundee or further up. I don't, it's just a rough idea.
It's like Perth and Perth.
It's about 5.3 miles. It's slightly north of Perth.
Slightly north of Perth.
Yes.
Oh, so is it on the smaller part of the River Tay rather than the big wide open bit then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Been there.
Trying to think what else there.
So it's near Stormont Field.
So when you were looking into this, the ink, was it? What else did you find? Margaret mentioned something
What did
about
Margaret mention?
the increase in mutants.
Yes, well... That wasn't... yes. That was no accident.
Don't doubt that.
I have a good reason to believe that Kinetics somehow manipulated my research and increased the population of mutants a few years ago.
How could they have manipulated it and kept it how it was? Like, how were you when you had this research and what you were doing with it?
Well, basically,
Serum?
my research was to try and create the mutant powers and stuff, which I was quite successful at. But before I was able to successfully create a way to transfer powers or create powers, I was able to create a chemical that would basically increase the likelihood of a person, well, not a person, but a person's child from getting mutant abilities. Basically, a way to seed it for the future. I believe Kinetics took that research and managed to find a way to distribute it across the country.
A way to stop getting mutant powers?
No, to increase the chances that people would develop them. Basically, it's like putting in the pre-DNA of the father of a mutant, and it basically clings into that person, and when they have children, they have a higher rate of having abilities. It's a false line of mutants, if you will.
Now, what is it that Kinetic wants? Do they want more? Do they want less? Make up your mind.
They want to see what they can. They want choice, and they will choose what they want and get rid of the rest. That's literally what we are seeing right now.
It was... it was after a very long few months discussion at Kinetics about the lack of mutants and how that was slowing the research. Not being able to find the right sort of mutants, the right sort of powers. That's why I don't believe it was coincidental that a few months later there was a large increase in children being born with powers.
But how would they have got it out to so many people?
That I don't know.
Oh.
I never really was able to fully research into that. Maybe the water supply of some sort.
Or perhaps the cereal.
The cereal?
Rainbow sugar cereal. Highly addictive.
Isn't all cereal?
Well, I suppose they could have got it out in the food supply. It would.
Do you remember anything? It was BF2154. Does that ring any bells?
BF2154. I can't.
It's a cereal named Rainbow Sugar.
Can't say it rings any bell. I can search it on my notes, see if I did come across it, but I can't say I did. I never really gave the mutant increase a big focus. I just knew it was kinetics. It didn't fit the puzzle of why still. That was more important of why they increased it. No, I don't seem to have that reference on my notes anyway.
No.
So they used cereal to genetically enhance the next generation, only to then take what they wanted and destroy it.
It does make sense, but I've still been trying to work out how. And the ultimate goal of why.
It's money.
Well, that's obvious. It's a company.
Mutants will become a commodity to be sold and used.
That would make a lot of sense.
Boss guy said. That wasn't boss guy, but still. Walter Hughes.
I mean, if we could prove it, that would be quite a substantial blow to kinetics. That wouldn't be good for them.
The facility got destroyed. The factory got destroyed. Was decommissioned or something.
Oh, that's not too a problem. The evidence would be within the marble data.
Marble data?
Yes, the backups.
So they back up literally everything?
Yes.
Where are they stored?
That I don't know. That's what I've been trying to find more than anything. That's my main goal, is to locate the marble data. I don't believe it's in this country, unfortunately. But I believe they have a site somewhere that backs up all their information that they will never terminate. I know this because, well, information that was supposed to be terminated has... Well, I used to be able to request it to come back. They never wiped out their data. They always feared that maybe they would overlook something and they would need it. Hence why they created the marble data. It's not erasable, so if we could find where it is, it would be the pot of gold of information to shut down kinetics once and for all.
It would. I can't think of anything else.
So, forgive me, if you're not here to be relocated, why are you here?
Get information from you, we said that.
Margaret asked us to come.
I don't understand why Margaret would ask you to come.
Because you knew things that we need to know.
Maybe. Well, I've given you the address of the site that you're interested in. I wish I could give you more, but unfortunately, I didn't really have much information on the power sites.
Do you know if there's any? Do you know if there's any like universal kinetics, like procedures for mass evacuation? Which wouldn't call in like an armed response.
There's a few.
Like, let's say we needed to clear out a facility of as many people as possible, and that they would leave the facility and not come back for a while.
Well, that has been known, but usually, well, let's just say the commanders could usually give an order to evacuate a whole site, and that would include the security as well. They usually did that when, say, they were purging a site.
How many commanders to a site normally?
One commander on each site.
Okay.
I suppose.
How do you mean purging?
Well, once in a while a site would gain too much attention, so an accident would have to take place that would remove as much evidence as possible. Physical evidence, of course. In those cases, I mean, in a power facility, they would mark it up as like a reactor leak, I guess, and blow the site up. Most of the sites do have self-destruct sequences, you see. Any site that holds mutants has a self-destruct sequence. It's almost standard practice for them.
What is it with evil guys and self-destruct buttons?
They're evil. On these screens, look at Facility 13.
I mean, beside that, I don't know many ways that would evacuate. Even like in a fire drill method, they would still insist the security stay at their posts. It would only be non-essential personnel would be evacuated.
That's fine, you can ignore my question.
Sorry.
Penguin asked a question.
Sorry, say again, my friend?
These screens here, just want to look at 13.
I don't believe so, no. These are cameras that I was able to physically adjust before I left Kinetics, and I never went to Site 13, so I definitely don't believe I would have any cameras there.
Right.
Do you?
That's not helpful.
So do you have access to any information to Kinetics, like staff?
I only have the information that I had when I left. You see, any attempt to reconnect to their servers would very quickly identify with my location, and I'm trying to avoid them, you see.
Yes.
How would somebody go about activating the self-destruct sequence?
Every commander has a set of codes on him. If the codes are entered into any terminal, that would begin the sequence, I believe.
Okay.
Would a commander exit the building for a fire drill?
No. A commander would usually stay in the command center or control center of the whole site and oversee everything. They very rarely leave those areas.
What if there was an actual fire?
They would try to contain the buildings before leaving the site. They would leave the buildings at a it's gonna burn basis, I guess. They wouldn't leave unless it was ultimately detrimental that they had to.
So the only way for us to get a commander out of the command building would be to put the building in such a position where it would be destroyed.
That, I mean, commanders would also receive orders externally from the board of directors. That would if they were told to jump, they would jump, if you know what I mean. If they were told to stand outside the gates, they would do so if they believed it was a direct order from the board.
Right. This dead guy, can you stand still and put your arms out like this?
What dead guy?
You're Mr.
I'm not
Dead Guy.
dead.
Right, can you stand still and put your arms out like this?
Okay, I don't see how this helps. He puts his arms out. He T-poses.
Igni, take a photo of this dead guy.
Okay. We'll start scanning the dead guy.
Why are we taking a photo of Thomas?
I suppose if we go in looking like Thomas, that'll get their attention pretty quick.
And he's not a mutant.
I would.
So if they arrest him, if they arrest him,
Wait, you're saying he's not a mutant? He got shot in the head and he's still alive. That makes
I think what Pangolin's saying is if Pangolin looks like Thomas Booth and appears on site, they'll arrest him and take him inside somewhere, and then Pangolin his way around.
what Igni said.
I mean, I am a mutant, by the way, but I just didn't used to be one.
Don't care.
You're not a mutant.
Right, can you put your arms like this now?
Okay, and he does a little teapot stance. He does the McDonald's stance.
Like this.
Is this the YMCA?
What?
Yeah.
I think I've got all the pictures, Pangolin, but this is
Alright.
quite funny.
Right, thank you. Also, your globe makes a funny noise when you spin it.
Yes, that would be the tequila.
Weird thing to put in a globe.
Well, if you don't have any other questions, then I would suggest our business is done.
One more question.
Yes.
Where are you relocating the mutants to?
Well, I mean, all over. I can't really give you the specifics. That would.
Are you keeping them in the country?
Oh God, no.
So if they're leaving the country, how far would a radio signal travel?
Why a radio signal?
That's what's going to activate in the next.
Oh, I don't know.
Let's say a power plant full of mutants creating power being used to power a single beacon that will send out a frequency that will kill every mutant that has a tattoo.
I mean, I would say it's not unreasonable to say that they have the ability to broadcast to the entire world. They do have a series of satellites, you see?
Okay.
Cool.
Right, thanks. I'll walk out the door.
Do you see any mutants in the next day or so? Just, I don't know, tell them something nice.
I do try to. I don't often make a habit of this, but if you come across any mutants that are looking to get out of the country, send them my way, will you? I know it can't redeem everything I've done, but I'd like to feel like it's something.
As I'm walking down the corridor, I just call back. Also, your back door's broke.
Yeah, your doors were locked. You're trying to keep a way open for people to get in for help.
I mean,
having to break in is a bit of a deterrent.
there was a doorbell.
We used it.
Did you?
Yeah, Pangolin knocked and said ding dong, and Floaty Brain here used your doorbell.
Yeah, I think he literally just said ding dong.
Yeah, Pangolin said ding dong, but Brain did the doorbell and said knock knock.
You hear just quietly down the corridor. Ding dong.
Did you not see Brain do the action of pushing a doorbell and saying knock knock?
I mean, I didn't, no. But when I hear knock knock, I'm not imagining someone knocking on a doorbell. I imagine them knocking on the door. Sorry if you missed the doorbell.
Well, Pangolin was hitting the doorbell and said, was knocking and said ding dong. So I hit the doorbell and said knock knock.
I mean, Pangolin literally said, "I'm knocking on the door, ding dong," and I just took that as Pangolin doing Pangolin, not actually pressing a doorbell.
No, yeah, that was Pangolin doing Pangolin.
There you go, see?
Yeah, but the brain did it. Oh well.
Yeah, but I didn't see it.
Maybe he wasn't paying attention. He was listening to that record that seemed to be on loop.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
need new batteries.
That's
batteries
fine,
are
I'll fix it. Thanks for stopping by.
One last question before I go.
Yes.
How many? Like, if we were to go to this power station and send the mutants to you, like, how many can you get out? How many?
Oh.
I mean, I'm not entirely sure how many this power station holds.
And as you say that, he kind of holds his hand out and creates a little portal, and you can just see through it, like the Empire State Building. I think I can get as many out as you need.
One very small
You can
mutant.
create portals too.
Well, let's just say I acquired quite a lot of samples of different powers, and it turns out I now have quite a different lot of powers.
And yet you're not bulletproof. Then he leaves.
I'm bulletproof.
Yeah.
And you leave back into the reign of Aya.